15.3 guided practice with Mr. V. Going to be doing the odds. All right, so for this first one, find the missing length. So let's just call this X, okay? So when we set up our proportion, we can do it in several different ways. I'm going to do, just remember that you have to keep the same order. So if I do, say, 8/4, I went with this top over the bottom. That would mean I have to set that equal to the top over the bottom, which would be then x/5. So then I would get 4x is equal to 40. Divide that, and I'll get x is equal to 10. Let's see if I'm right. We're good to go. All right, same thing here. It's really just depends. I could do 6/4 is equal to 9 over. If you see a question mark, just call it x. 9/x. So then 6x would then equal 36. So x should equal 6. All right, 5. I have x right here. So I'll do 24/10. And I'll set that equal to, this is the top one, so top over bottom, 12/x. And I get 24x is equal to 120. Then I got to divide 24 by each side. I get x is equal to 5. Now keep in mind, I could have, if I wanted to, done, let's check my answer, so I'm right on this one. But if I wanted to, I could have set it up, if I wanted to, I could have done 10/24, but then I have to, when I set that equal, I have to do x/12. So I'm keeping that same pattern. Does that make sense? Hope it does. All right, going on to 7. So I know this whole thing is 15, but that doesn't really help me. So what I need to do is I need to find dB, this section right here. So I would do 15 minus 6, and 15 minus 6 is 9. So I'm done with that. This one right here, I know that dB is 9, and dA is equal to 6. So then I can just set up my proportion. So I'm going to do 9/6 is equal to x/8. Now I also could have set it as 9/x is equal to 6/8, as long as I'm following the same pattern that I did in my first proportion. So this would be 6x is equal to 72, and then I'm going to do 72 divided by 6, and I get x is equal to 12. Now let's do the same thing here, and I get 6x is equal to 72, so it's the same thing. And x is equal to 12. All right, 9. I'm going to do, right away, I'm going to do 10/7 is equal to 5/x. Pattern was top over bottom is equal to top over bottom. If I wanted to, I could have done bottom over top is equal to bottom over top. I could have also done 10/5 is equal to 7/x. So that would be left over right is equal to left over right. So it doesn't really matter how you set it up as long as you keep the same pattern. So that would be 10x is equal to 35. So then x would be 3.5. All right, I'll set 11 as 8/4 is equal to x/10. I could have done it as 8/x is equal to 4/10. It's going to give me the same results. So I'll cross multiply here, and I get 4x is equal to 80. Then I'll divide, and I'll get x is equal to 20. And that's it for that one. All right, question mark, mark that as x. And I'll do the hypotenuse over the side is equal to the hypotenuse over the side. So that would be 12 over 4 is equal to 9 over x. And if I wanted to, I could have done the side over the hypotenuse, side over hypotenuse. I could have done the hypotenuse over the other hypotenuse is equal to the side over the side. Just got to remember, got to keep that same pattern. So 12x is going to be equal to 36. So x is going to be equal to 3. This one right here, I don't know what this entire thing is, so I'm going to call that x. So what we would need to do is, I don't know what this is either, so I'm just going to call that x. So what I'm going to do is 12 over 4 is equal to 21 over x. So then I cross multiply. 12x is equal to 4 times 21 is equal to 84. I'm going to divide that by 12. It's going to give me 7. So here's the thing. This one's just a little bit tricky, but not too tricky. It tells me that x is equal to 7, right? But I said this is x. What I just solved for right here was this section. So that's 7. It wants to know what the whole length is. So that'd be 7 plus 4. So this whole length right here, my original x, is going to be equal to 11. So a little bit tricky. It's just 2 steps. All right, any questions? Email me. You can also stop in before or after school. You can also go to the math lab. But if you have a question, let us know. All right, thanks.